Hello and welcome. This is a short video where I recap introduction to science. Introduction to science. Very short video where I look through some basic parts about science. Science, you must know, science is about seeing or observing God's world. God made everything we see around us, including the trees and the birds and so on. And in science, it's about observing or seeing or understanding God's world. That's why we do science, because we want to understand or to know about God's world. K-N-O-W, excuse my handwriting. God's world. God owns this world. God made this world. God's the creator. And in science, we want to know about God's world. So that's a little bit about science there. Words you're going to need to know in science. An organism is a living thing. Biology is the study or discovering living things. Zoology is the study of animals. Botany is the study of plants. Ecology is the study, or I say here discovering. It's discovering organisms interacting with their environment. Geology is the study of rocks or the earth. It's a little more than rocks. Geology is the study of earth. Cytology is the study of cells, things called cells. They kind of look like this. They have a little central part called the nucleus. Cells are sort of circular in shape, although you have different shapes of cells, but the typical cell is circular in shape. Anatomy and physiology, it's discovering or studying or learning, because remember, science is about learning about God's world, learning about bodies and organs and so on. Ingestion means to eat. Respiration is when we convert. It's converting food into energy for our bodies. Other words that will be helpful: flora, plant life, fauna, animal life. Terrestrial, environments on land, so land-dwelling animals such as the giraffe. It's a terrestrial animal. Habitat is the place inside an environment where an animal lives. Here are a few other interesting words. Nocturnal animals that are mainly active at night, such as bats. And cats are pretty active at night as well. Aquatic, water environments. Seas, a scavenger, animals that feed on dead organisms. Things that we can observe with our eyes are called macroscopic. So we view a tree, and that is called macroscopic. But things that we cannot see with our eyes are called microscopic, such as the cell. I mentioned cytology is the study of cells. Microscopic, which is why we use microscope in science. Here's the microscope. Ta-da! Let's let it zoom up on the camera. That's something about what a microscope looks like. You look through it, and the microscope takes something tiny and it makes it big. So we can look at something very small. It magnifies that. So that's a little something about science, an introduction to science. Remember, science is all about discovering or seeing, learning, knowing. I use the word discovering. I love that word, discovering. It's discovering God's world. That's what science is all about. If you're a scientist, you want to discover or learn or understand how God has put things together. You want to know how the world works. That is what science is all about. And there are many different types of science. As I mentioned, there's botany, where you look at plants. Some scientists focus on trees. Some scientists focus on birds. Some scientists focus on the laws, such as gravity, that allows the bird to fly, and they're called physicists. I think I'm spelling that wrong. Physicists. So different type of scientists will focus on different things. There are things called atoms, and a chemist is a scientist who want to understand one atom interacting with another atom. Everything around us, even the cell, is made up of atoms. And a chemist is a scientist that wants to understand that. So you have many different types of science. Science is about discovering God's will. Here's a quick quiz for you to test your skills. Enjoy.